Welcome to the show with everything you could ever want to make and do right to your fingertips. I'm Fearne.
And I'm Stephen.
And here's what's coming up on today's show.
Grab your old trainers, as in green fingertips we get planting these friendly herb nerds.
You'll be amazed when we show you how to turn boring old safety pins into this fantastic jewellery.
And practice your skating skills as we show you how to make the fun fingertips fingerboard skate park. For all the details on the makes, you can replay this programme whenever you feel like it. Look at our website or grab a pen and paper and jot it down straight away.
Christmas!
Birthdays!
Valentine's Day.
They all have one thing in common, and it's not silly hats.
It's these cards. If you're lucky, you'll get lots of them. But where do you store them after you finish celebrating?
Well, in one of these, the Fingertips US Mailbox.
US standing for Ultimate Storer, and it certainly is. All you do is open it up, pop your cards inside, and then prop up the flag to show it's got lots of mail in.
Pretty neat, huh? And it starts out as a shoebox and a cardboard tube.
Now, to make the stand here, you want to start off getting a polystyrene cup and filling it up with sand to weigh it down and make it more sturdy. Then put the lid of the cup back on and get a nice big piece of sticky tape and wrap it all the way around the outside like this. And then get one more piece of tape and put it over the hole on top, because now we're going to turn it upside down and you don't want any sand to spill out. There we go. Now you want to get your tube. The ones from a roll of tin foil are best because they're nice and sturdy. Then you want to paint it a wood brown colour and add a wood grain effect using a black pen like that. Then take a water bottle, take off the plastic cap and push it inside your tube like that. Now, we found that most water bottle lids will fit in very snugly, but keep trying until you find one that fits. And then you want to push the other end straight into the base of your polystyrene cup, just like that, and it should sit in very nicely. Then take a piece of card and cut out some grass shapes and get a ruler or a pen and just curl over the edges like that for a nice realistic effect. Then you can just wrap your grass around the base of your cup to neaten the whole thing off. There you go, Steve.
Right, thank you. Now it's time to make the first part of the actual mailbox. And for this, you take your shoebox and you paint the inside any colour you like. Then with a sharp pencil, just make a hole in the bottom, just there. Then you take your bottle, we've already painted ours, and you squeeze the neck of the bottle through the hole you've made. And check this out, this is so cool. How about this for a fingertips nifty device? Look, you just screw the bottle in place, no need for sticky tape or glue, it just stays there like that. I love that bit. So now let's take it back off, because the next part is a lot easier to do on the table. You're going to make the roof of the mailbox now. Just take a bit of card and cover it in foil with the non-shiny side facing out and stick it in place just like that.
Now, to make the front and the back of a US mail storer, you need to take your arch and draw around it onto some card. Just draw all the way around it. There we go. And around this side too. And then you just want to cut out this shape and cover it in foil. And then stick it to the end of your shoebox. Now, do exactly the same to the other end, but this time, before you stick on your end, you just need to make 2 slits down the seams of your shoebox so you have this flappy bit. Then stick it on, and you have a flappy door.
And now to make the door catch. Now, this couldn't be easier. Just get 2 bits of hook and loop fastener, and one there, and one there. Now, you can lock the door, and you can open it. And to show that you have mail, then you need to make a flag.
Now, you do this by getting a cocktail stirrer and put it inside a bendy straw and attach that to the side of it. And then you want to add a few pieces of cardboard covered in foil just to keep your straw in place. And then when you've got mail, you can prop up your little flag. And on the front of the door, we've added a handle, and we've also put some little bolts in there with black pen.
OK, now let's attach the mailbox to our nifty device.
Here it goes.
It goes in there, and just screw it in place.
So easy, isn't it?
Look at that.
So make yourself the coolest way to store your cards, postcards and letters.
If you fancy making one, as always, just check out the Fingertips website. We'll give you the address at the end of today's programme. Click on Top Make, and there you have it, all of the information at your fingertips. Or if you have a pen and paper, should we go over it one more time?
Yeah.
Here we go.
To make your mailbox stand, fill a cup with sand and decorate a cardboard tube to make your pole, and firmly fix a water bottle lid in one end. Fit the pole into the cup and decorate with grass. And then for the mailbox, make a hole in the base of a shoebox. Fit in a water bottle, and there you have your Fingertips nifty securing device. Curve over a sheet of card to make a type of hood and make 2 cardboard ends, making one into a door. Add hook and loop fastener and add details like a cocktail stirrer flag and plenty of screws and bolts.
And you could have a go at making an English mailbox version like this one here. Again, using the Fingertips nifty device to secure the stand to your shoebox, and your mail goes in just there. And you can get it back by opening up the door at the back, just like that. And if you cut your bottle down, you've also got a storage place for all your stamps. How about that?
Stephen, look, you've got some other flags.
Oh, brilliant, because I actually don't have a personal assistant to do this, as you know, because I have so much mail to open every week. I've had to give it a week off. She's opened so much. What does this one say? To Fearne. Oh, no.
Thank you, Stephen. Got a minute?
Yep, this is the part of the show where we show you how to make something in under a minute using bits and pieces you could find around your home.
Today it's my turn to make.
And it's my turn to time.
And this is all it takes, look at that. Oh, I love these sequins.
Now, it's quite a lot of stuff, but the thing is, this is such a top make, isn't it?
It is wicked, yeah.
You're going to love this. OK, see if you can guess what it is as we go along. Good luck, Fearne.
Thank you.
Good luck to you as well. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
First thing, I need to get this crisp tube, and I need to be very macho and bang a hole straight through the top. Here goes. Come on, Fearne. Very carefully need to do this. And it's through! Lovely. Now I need to get my very special mirror card, and I've just got to fold this. There goes my nail. In half, like that. And then in half again.
Yeah, tell you what you really need to do, speed up.
Okay. Open it up and fold it into a kind of triangle shape, and just put a piece of tape just out there.
Half of it is gone.
That goes, oh, lid's on, in there. Then piece of clear wrap. Put that on top, like that.
Coming up to 40 seconds.
Right, I need to seriously
You really need
get a
to
lick
speed
on
up now.
Okay, now pretty sequins, sprinkle
45.
on there, and stop!
48 seconds.
Not bad.
Shall I check it?
Yeah, go on.
OK, here we go. Let's have a look. That is fantastic. I told you you're going to like this. Have a look at this, watch. It is good, isn't it? And as some of you have most probably already guessed, it's a kaleidoscope.
That is excellent, but the important thing you must remember with this make is the folding of the mirror card inside. First, you need to fold it in half, like that. Then you need to fold it in half once again. Now, once you've done that, you just need to open it all out, fold one of these quarters into the middle, like that. And then the whole thing will fold into a nice triangle with the extra flappy bit here to help it all stick together.
Perfect. But of course, if you've got a bit more time, you could jazz up your tube like we've done with this one here. But remember, the basic version only takes less than a minute. But of course, if you haven't eaten the contents of the tube yet, it may take a bit longer.
But not much. So, see if you can beat the clock and have a go. This is Green Fingertips, the part of the programme where we get funky in the country and get our fingertips green.
So jazz up your old trainers and get planting, because here on Fingertips, we use old trainers to plant herbs in.
These funky fingertip herb nerds look great, and they make fantastic presents for anybody who likes cooking or gardening, and they make your room smell lovely. Meet Basil with his funky hairdo. As soon as you need some of his leaves, you just give him a trim, and then you have herbs right at your fingertips. Drop back inside, sir.
So start by making your herb nerds by painting your old trainers a nice bright colour. We're giving Basil's twin brother here a nice red and green design, and the good thing about using trainers is that they already have a tongue, which when painted makes a very cool herb nerd tongue. We just stick that down to the front, and I've got to tell you, these herb nerds, they're not very polite because they're always sticking out their tongues. And they now need a set of eyes.
And the eyes are just made from some ping pong balls. We painted on some pupils and added some curly eyelashes. So let's stick the eyes into place on top of the herb nerd. And also, how about giving him some goofy teeth?
He is looking so good already, isn't he? But that tongue is crying out for a lollipop to lick. And to make the lollipop, it's really easy. Just get a small stick and a bit of polystyrene that goes on the top. And then you just roll it into a bit of paint. We're going to go for a nice green, and that should make his tongue go green too. Then you stick that in place and you wait for it to dry, like that.
Now it's time for your herb nerd's all-important growing hairstyle. You could buy a pot plant herb and just sit it into your trainer, or fill your trainer up with soil and add some seeds, any seeds you like, remembering to water them regularly, and you'll soon start to see some sprouting because these herb nerds don't like to be bald for long. Ah, that's better.
And you don't just have to grow herbs in them. Meet Ivy here. Lovely girl. Just buy a trailing ivy plant from a garden centre and make her look good.
And check out Jasmine with her way out sweet-smelling hairstyle. She'd make a great present for someone.
So put your old trainers to good use and transform them into fingertips herb nerds.
This is Little Fingertips, the part of the programme where we show you how to make something, recycling stuff you'd probably find from around your house. And today we're going to show you how to turn these safety pins into fantastic fingertips jewellery. It looks expensive, they make great presents, and they're pretty easy to make. First, you need to get hold of some of this stuff. It's jewellery threading elastic. And now it's time to choose your beads. And this can be quite tricky because there's so many lovely ones out there. Look at this necklace here. And it's made from glass beads. It looks really sophisticated and expensive. And I think this one would look lovely on Mr. Stephen Mulhern. It's made of nuts, washers and wooden beads. But for a bit of fun, you can't beat these plastic beads. They come in loads of different colours. And they're not too expensive, so you can make one for each of your favourite outfits. And once you've chosen your colour scheme, it's time to get beading. So get your safety pins. You need about 18 of these to make a bracelet. Then choose any colour beads you want and thread them onto your safety pin. You just want to fill the whole safety pin up like this. And you can experiment with different coloured beads with each safety pin and do the same to each of the other ones. And then it's time to get threading them onto the jewellery threading elastic. Now you want to tie a spare safety pin onto the end of your elastic so that other beads don't fall off when you thread them on. And then thread on your first safety pin, and then a spacing bead, and then another safety pin, and keep following this pattern until you've used up each of your safety pins. And once you have, you want to add one more spacing bead in there and tighten a knot to finish it off. And then you want to do exactly the same thing on the bottom of your safety pins using some more elastic. And this time I've used a different coloured spacing bead, nice blue colour. And there it is, how simple. Some fabulous fingertips beaded jewellery. And here's another idea. How about making a candle holder for a nightlight, but this time using glass beads and wire instead of elastic, and instead of popping it on your wrist, put it onto a jam jar lid. Lovely.
Alley-oop grinds.
Hard flip to fakie.
Ollie impossibles.
They're all possible on the Tricktastic Fingertips Fingerboard Skate Park. Just check this out. It's a paradise for wheels. It's a miniature skate park just waiting to be skated on.
Ah, it's a perfect place to practice all your skateboard tricks. Also, your BMX and scooter skills too.
It really does look impressive, doesn't it? But would you believe that it's simply made from these old boxes? Now you can use whichever boxes you like to give your skate park its own individual touch. Remember, you're the ramp designer, so it's up to you.
Now, you can build your skateboard skate park on any flat surface. We're using this large piece of grey card because it's the same colour as concrete. And you want to make a small wall around the sides by just folding up 3 of the sides and sticking them in place. And create a small barrier along the front using straws. And this will stop your skateboard flying off when you slam, trying to pull a trick.
And now it's time to add your obstacles.
Here we go.
Why, thank you, Stevie. Now it's up to you where you put your vert wall, your manual block, your fun box, And you may want to stack some on top of each other or put them on their sides to give them extra height. And once you're happy with their positions, all you need to do is stick them down with plenty of glue.
And when they've dried, you can add your ramp transitions out of sheets of card for a nice smooth run-up. Have a quick test with the skateboard. Oh, look at that. Very cool. Now, it is starting to look like a skate park already, isn't it? Now all you need to do is add your details.
Now, you could paint your skate park or cover it in coloured card, just like we've done here. And we've added some extra detail, like metal coping, just made from old pencils painted silver. And then you can attach them to some party poppers left over from Christmas. And for safer skating, you need to make some little fences. These are just lolly sticks stuck together and then painted brown. And you can even add a nice little wood effect, just using black marker. There we go. And then you just stick them to the back of your ramps.
Now, you could paint some more pencil silver for extra coping and just stick it to your boxes just there. And to give it an outdoor feel, how about getting some model railway shrubs and sticking it in place? And if you can't get hold of that, it actually doesn't matter because old sponge will do too. Just colour it green and stick that onto your skate park. And the rest of the other details are up to you. It just looks so good, doesn't it? Now, we've added some extra fencing and the coolest stickers around.
Hey, and we've also added some bolts and some rivets in black pens like a real skate ramp.
So why don't you give it a go and make your very own fingertips fingerboard skate park? Well, that's it for today's show.
If you want to make anything from the programme, then check out our website. The address is on the screen now.
And we'll see you very soon for some more fingertips.
See ya!
Bye!
Five,
4,
3,
2, 1,
lift
off. Hello and welcome to the DVD that has everything you've ever wanted to make and do right at your fingertips. Select one of the options on the screen and let's make and do.